Welcome back, a little Sweet Georgia Brown. You know where we're going with this one. That brings us to the iconic Harlem Globetrotters. You can't hear that whistling without thinking about the Globetrotters. They're getting ready to celebrate a major milestone, 100 years of entertaining fans all around the world. Founded back in 1926, the team will mark the Centennial next year, but they're kicking off the celebration in just a few months. And of course, you can be a very big part of it. Joining us now, Keith Hawkins, president of the Harlem Globetrotters. Keith, good to have you with us. How are you? Congratulations, first and foremost, on 100 years. I know you weren't there for all 100, but congratulations.
In spite of the gray, I was not. I'm super excited about this. Thanks for having us.
It's awesome. So most people know, obviously, you're very familiar with the Globetrotters and their performances and the way they do such a magnificent job of entertaining adults and kids. But there's also so much history to this team. Could you tell us a little bit about it for the folks who don't know just how obviously this whole started?
Well, many people are surprised that we're even 100 years old. They'll say to me, oh, I love the Globetrotters. My favorite players were Meadowlark Lemon or Curly Neal or whoever it was. And I go, well, you know, the Globetrotters started back in 1926. It was 50 years of history before that. And they're astonished to hear that we started in Chicago with, you look up Savoy 5 basketball team and Abe Saperstein, who was an upstart promoter in the area. And they gave birth to this phenomenal idea, you know, naming Harlem and Globetrotters, right, and bringing the Harlem Renaissance and all the essence that was happening there with this idea of being a Globetrotter, a barnstorming basketball team that could travel all over the world. And by the time you got to the 1950s, the State Department anointed us as the ambassadors of goodwill, because we were bringing joy and hope and possibilities and all types of great values to places all over the world, places that had never seen basketball, never seen black athletes, maybe have never seen what parts of America felt like, and Globetrotters represented all of that.
It's really incredible how no matter wherever you guys did travel over the decades, it's just been that same incredible response. The Globetrotters, you know, kind of as you alluded to, instrumental in the integration of the NBA back in the 50s. They helped pave the way for the WNBA in the 1980s. We saw a quick clip of Cheryl Miller there a second ago. How would you describe the team's influence on the sport of basketball overall?
Yeah, sports entertainment. So I tell people, you know, listen, I love that they love just to come there and have fun and all those things. That's phenomenal. That's the enduring piece. But when you think about it, bringing full circle to us being a Madison Square Garden, former NBA player Connie Hawkins, born in Brooklyn, New York, right? He was a Harlem Globetrotter. When you think about the first contract signed by a black player in the NBA, Nat Sweetwater Clifton, signed with the New York Knicks, right? That integrated basketball in the way we know it today. Lynette Woodard, first female professional basketball player, played for the Harlem Globetrotters. This was long before the WNBA. So integration of women, integration of the black athlete, integration of the style of play, three-point shooting, the ball handling that you take for granted now when you see Steph Curry or Kyrie Irving play. But all of those roots of those things go back to the Harlem Globetrotters. Even the way you see the globalization of the sport today, and when you think about the Giannis, the Jokic, and the SGAs, all these folks who are born outside the U.S. and the NBA, all that globalization of the sport started with the Harlem Globetrotters. They truly have been groundbreaking in so many ways.
Globetrotters really were kind of video game basketball before video games came around with the things that they were able to do. You talk about taking basketball to the next level. The 100-year tour kicks off December at the Garden, which is obviously where it should kick off. Tickets go on sale today. What can fans expect during this tour?
You will see everything. You know, we're holding no holds barred, right, so to speak. You will see more players, more Globetrotters players than you've ever seen on the court at one time. You will see alumni, former players who have been part of the organization, have done things to the fabric of our history, special celebrity guest appearances. We'll have an unveiling of new uniforms in honor of the Centennial that were done by celebrated designer Jeff Hamilton. We'll have collectibles and memorabilia there. It'll really be a magical gold ball that we're going to use to celebrate the Centennial by our ball partner in Spalding. We're really going to have a lot of great fun. Lots of nods to our history, of course, will be represented. Certain celebrations of the impact that we made with the game, with women in particular, you will see featured in the game. So it's a can't miss opportunity.
Keith, can I ask you real quick? How do you recruit players, male, female, tall, small? I mean,
yeah.
What's the thing that you're looking for? I mean, everybody is so good, but I got to imagine there's a lot of great talent that comes to try out. How do you narrow it down?
So first of all, we scour the globe looking for talent just the way that any of the pro leagues do, right? There's only 450 slots in the NBA, another 140 slots in the WNBA. So there's a lot of great talent there who can't fill out those rosters. So we're all the places looking for talent that way. We do look for ball handlers. We do look for finishers, people who can get above the rim and finish it off right. But then we look for that special kind of je ne sais quoi, so to speak, right? Those people who just have really big dynamic personalities. They pop off the page when you see them. More importantly, when you meet the Globetrotters, I hope you'll come out to the game. When you meet them, you understand that they are not doing this for an NBA championship or a trophy to hold up or anything. They're really doing it for the fans. So it's a different type of person who wants to show up every day, some 250 tour dates in North America, another 148 around the rest of the world, on top of all the other commitments and stuff they have as part of being a Globetrotter, and want to show up every day for the fans just to give joy and hope of possibility. That's a really special person.
And last question for you, do the Generals stand a chance at all this year?
Listen, the Generals, people call them the lovable losers. I find them to be the most optimistic franchise ever. Every day they show up playing the world's greatest team, and they go, maybe today, maybe today's our.
And to your point before I let you go, I took my son just turned 9 the day before yesterday. I've taken him the last couple of years since he was 5 years old, and it is such the entertainment value for the kids, and the players are so good with the kids. It's really it's incredible to see, and you guys deserve. Heck, I've been going since I was a kid, so it's been in my family. I'm 55 for heaven's sakes, and I still love going. So again, thank you guys for all you do. Continued success, and have a great celebration when it kicks off at the Garden later this year.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, Keith, good to see you. Now, as we said, tickets will go on sale for the tour starting today at noon. Their first game is at the one and only Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena, on December 14th.